What's going on, XCFL Network? It is your boy Regan here, back with another video here for you. It's going to be the first one actually that I've done as a tutorial for people that want to broadcast games in the XCFL. I will show you in this video how to do prime time action. So this is that right here. Once you get signed into Streamlabs, you should see over here on this left side an option to select one of these options of all the different templates we have for streams. But the one I've made for beginners and people, honestly, it's the one I use. I just kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it a little bit more user-friendly, is this primetime broadcast, which is just one game. And you'll click on that. It's what was already open, but we're just going to show you anyway what it looks like. So this is what's going to pop up. First thing I do always is open up studio mode here in the left, which is going to pop up these two mirrored images. The one on the left is where you can change things. It'll be your little template that you can mess with. You know what's coming next, but the one on the right is what's live. This is what people will see. So when you first log on, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Twitch stream. In the game Twitch stream, this is the section where you're going to want to enter in the Twitch for the person that's streaming. So whoever's streaming the game on their end, I just put Nick here. So we got Nick Lars 3. We'll pretend we'll go and do JMO. We'll say JMO is the one streaming the game. You'll go in and do JMO 31, and then you'll just refresh the cache here. Once that refreshes, it'll pop up with JMOs. And of course, JMO isn't live currently, but if he was, it would be streaming right here. And don't even worry about any kind of framing. It's already perfectly framed to the Twitch window. This is exactly where that little square is that will show you the game. But nonetheless, we'll pretend that JMO is streaming, and I'll show you how everything else works. Now, what we'll do here, we're going to go to the pregame matchup. This is already the one that's on the screen. So this is the pregame slide. I'll kind of go slide by slide and show you what each of those is for. The pregame is for obviously the pregame. It'll be what you have. You'll mute your desktop audio, which will be where your Discord is coming through, and you'll mute your own mic, and you'll just mute both of these. And as you can see, you can still hear me, but my mic is no longer coming through. So this is what you'll be doing in the pregame. You'll go live just like this. So you'll change the title, say if you wanted to do prime time, we'll just say season 52 prime time. Prime time example. All right, and Madden, that's fine. And then you just confirm and go live. I'm obviously not going to do that because my PC probably can't handle that much that much pep right now, and we're just going to roll with it. So XCFL Primetime. We'll pretend we're live right now. We're muted. We're in the lobby. People are coming in. You can see how many streamers or how many people are attending your stream up here in the top right corner eventually. But we're just going to pretend that everybody's in here. But we are ready to go. Everybody's in Discord. Everybody's ready to rumble. And your booth is good. So you'll go to main here. This is the main area. This is where I like to talk about people that'll be big in the game. Potential stars. People that'll be just hopefully impact players, and also talk about the coaches, maybe their history if it's a big rivalry that's playing. But this is that main screen that I like to talk about it on. So when I transition this over, you'll see the transition, nice little fancy primetime transition, and you'll unmute both of these and you'll say, what's going on XCFL, blah, 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 and you'll talk. So this is what's live right now, obviously. And if you should encounter any issues, I always add a waiting screen. So this waiting screen would be, it's kind of a fun thing. I added a couple all-time quotes just to kind of keep people entertained while they're waiting. But pretend you have some issues with your stream. Just mute yourself. You would just mute yourself, mute your booth, and message me, Nick, somebody, figure out what's going on, and then come back to the stream. But this waiting screen is just something so that people can stare at it and it seems like we know what we're doing when we're trying to get something fixed. Now, Yeah, I won't talk about when this has been used, like when DOS quit mid draft, but that was something separate. And so this next slide here, we've got the game. So this is obviously where, after you've been talking about, we'll go back to this main real quick. Back to our main screen. We're talking about the game, previewing it, but what I like to do during the preview, I like to actually have the Twitch stream open on this left screen, just so I can see where they are in the game. If they are still in the pregame lobby where they're choosing their uniforms, I can kind of monitor how close they are to actually kicking off just by keeping it up on this left hand side of the screen. And then whenever they're ready, we'll say, okay, we're going down to the field, and we'll transition it over. Now, one important thing of note is with the sound for the Twitch stream, make sure it's muted. I have all the settings for this to where with the Twitch, you'll be able to control the audio via OBS. However, just make sure it's muted right here in the bottom right hand corner. You're going to want to make sure that your mics are the only thing they can hear, because not everybody has the broadcasting turned off for their sound on their Twitch stream. So just leave it muted, and that way only you and your broadcast partner are the ones they hear. Pretty simple stuff, really nothing too crazy. This is just one game. This will be what you're in the most of the time. Maybe at halftime, or if you're going to interview them after the game, you could go back to this main screen here. But mostly, you're going to be sitting in the game with the Twitch stream up, obviously, because that's what everybody's here to see. Now, after the game, we'll pretend the game went well. We're back after the game. There's not really anything nice to see on the Twitch stream, so I always just bring it back to this. Talk about player of the game. Talk about a couple, whoever's your big highlights, big plays, things you didn't expect, takeaways, and then even interviewing the coaches is fun. Bring them into the Discord chat to interview the coaches. Anybody that's talking in Discord should show up here in desktop audio. It'll be popping just like this one is here in my mic. You should be able to see that on desktop audio. Now, the last thing here, this is kind of an optional thing. This is for more advanced users, but Chrome, I have this as Chrome is an option. So this is more, like I said, for kind of advanced users. I'm going to go ahead and put Chrome, link it up here, because this is what you're going to have to do. You got to link it up whenever you want to use it. Just do it once, it should work. So I go to Chrome, I'm going to go to browser. This is the source that is a browser capture. So as you can see, I've had it used for other things before. There it is, Neon Sports. So I'll actually show what it looks like when I've got my browser up. So I like to have a browser window open for statistics, for maybe the previous draft, if I can't remember players' names. It's kind of like a cheat sheet. You can pull up specific teams here, and it honestly is nice because you can even show what you're looking at on screen. You can just switch over real quick. Say if I pretend I'm showing a particular player. This player, he's got 88 speed. He's a really nice player, or you can show the rankings for each of the passing yards. So you can see passing leaders right here, league leaders and statistics. So a lot of different things here with just potential uses for it mid-game or post-game or pre-game. But if you want to show the audience something that's on your screen, just make sure it's on this right side. But that's always going to be most important, because I've done that a few times where I've spun the wheel and left it sitting over here, the wheel spin over here, and then I've got the Twitch stream back on this side, and I'm watching the Twitch, but I forget to put it up for everybody to see. So we've all been there. You'll learn some mistakes, but it's relatively a pretty simple process. If you have any questions, reach out to me in DM or leave a comment on this video. My name's Regan, and this has been XCFL Network. We'll be making a couple more short videos showing you how to do Streamlabs a little bit better in the future. But for now, this is me signing out. Have a great day.